I'm not really happy right now, and how do I change that? Hey guys, so today I wanted to sit down and chat with you. I kind of wish it was a sunny day, but it's really cloudy, so forgive the poor lighting. But a lot of you guys have asked me about why I came to Korea and sort of how I came to Korea, and I thought today was the day to finally sit down and tell you. So for those of you guys who don't know, I'm from New York. I'm from America. Ethnically, my family's from Taipei, so I do actually hold 2 citizenships, but I grew up in America. When I was in university, I studied business, so I actually double concentrated in international business and marketing, very much not teaching English or education in any form. After I graduated university, I worked in corporate America doing marketing, really big consumer product good companies. They're pretty much the biggest in the world, and I was dealing with millions and millions of dollars in needing to spend in marketing tactics. I was just really tired, if I'm gonna be honest. I was exhausted, and it came to a point where I was working in New York City. So I was still seeing the same faces, doing the same things, and New York City is, albeit very vibrant and ever-changing, and you know, every restaurant, there's always going to be like a new place to check out. But I think when you grow up in a certain environment and you get really comfortable, you kind of end up in a bubble. And I realized I was spending my days going to work for very, very long hours, and then coming home and just being too exhausted to do anything. And then weekends, I really try to keep to myself. So even if my friends asked me to go out and do this, I wasn't excited to do any of those things. I just felt very almost trapped and at kind of like a standstill in my life, where my career was going a certain path, but I didn't want to continue on that journey. And also my personal life just felt really standstill as well. I took a step back one day and I thought, what can I do for myself? What change can I do to make myself happier? And I think that was the biggest end goal of the day, was how I'm not really happy right now, and how do I change that? It's always been a dream of mine to live in Asia long term. I'd visited a lot to many Asian countries, but I never got to really live there super long term. I really wanted to move to Asia, but I wanted to move somewhere really new, where I didn't know anyone, which for a lot of people sounds really crazy. Like, why wouldn't you want to go somewhere where you maybe know someone and it'd be easier to adjust? But for me, I just felt like I needed to sort of reset my priorities, and to do that, I wanted to go somewhere very fresh and new for myself. I had traveled to South Korea for vacation for about a week on my own when I was in my early 20s, and I just felt like, yeah, this place is very nice, the food's excellent, I love Korean food, and the week I spent here was really comfortable. So I applied through Epic. I kind of debated Epic or Hagwons, but I had heard better things about Epic, so I wanted to apply through a more structured program. So I applied through, and I'd gotten in, but then I retracted. I said, actually, guys, I'd really like to save a bit more money and continue working for just a little bit longer. So I'm going to retract my application and reapply later. And they said, okay, that's totally cool. So then, cut to next year, I reapply again, and they remembered me. The same person who managed my application previously with Epic, and he remembered me, and he's like, hey, welcome aboard, we'd love to have you. And the process was really seamless after that. It was just a lot of paperwork and all that stuff. But so then I moved to Korea. I remember because I turned 25, and I was like, oh my god, it's a quarter life. And I booked a ticket immediately to Argentina on my birthday. So I think, yeah, I moved here when I was about 25. I moved here when I was older, so I didn't just graduate university and come over. I actually worked, full corporate America worked for a few years before I came over here, and since then I haven't really looked back, and I've been here ever since. It's been an interesting transition. I definitely love my life here. I don't necessarily want to teach forever, as you guys probably know if you've watched my other videos, but for me, it's been such a blessing to have been able to find myself in this way. And I know not everyone who comes here does that, but I do think if you do come here, you'll learn more things about yourself than you would have otherwise. And you would never have an experience like this anywhere else. And even if you just come for a year, honestly, a year goes by so quickly, and before you realize it, it's over. So that's why I always recommend people to give it a try. And I know it's really scary to leave your job and leave your family, but I think it's when you put yourself in newfound positions and really unexplored territory that you just learn a lot about you and what you need and what you prioritize and what you don't like. If you figure out, like, you come here and you don't really enjoy the life here, you're gonna figure out what you're gonna prioritize when you go back home, and maybe look at that with a better perspective. I know it got really deep, but I wanted to tell you guys why I came and how I got here, and I hope you guys enjoyed my story. I hope it was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. I'm happy to answer. In the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.